this is just me tapping in with you guys and just really letting you know that I'm okay, I'm good, and I'm blessed. But I also want to remind you that you are okay. You are good and you are blessed. Regardless of what's going on in your life right now, no matter how heavy these feelings may feel and these emotions may be running, just always remember that it's temporary and you'll get through it and you'll be okay. My therapist last week said, the only time you're not okay is if you're not on this planet anymore. And she's right. Anything, any struggle, any challenge, any trauma, anything that we faced that was really heavy and hard on our spiritual body, emotional body, mental body, and even physical body, we got through it somehow in some way. So it's the remembrance of the temporary feeling and the temporary situation. So and that goes for positive too. Sometimes we hang on to positive experiences and situations and people for way longer than we should, and we attach to that feeling. Even that feeling is temporary. Even falling in love is temporary. Even being happy is temporary. It's also a choice. It's also a choice. We have to choose and wake up every day to say, hey, I'm going to be happy today. Today's going to be a great day. We get to choose these, and sometimes we don't feel like this, maybe because we overexerted our energy. Maybe we're burnt out. Maybe we're overstimulated. There are so many factors as to why we don't want to socialize, why we don't want to be around people. A lot of the times it is because, we prefer to be to ourselves in our small cliques and our small crews. And that makes sense. A lot of the times, a lot of us are sensitive to energy, myself included. I have learned many ways to help protect my energy while I'm out in the battlefield. And I say battlefield because sometimes it's good, sometimes it's interesting. I'm going to choose the word interesting. And so just remember that life is filled with all these experiences, and they are one in a lifetime. Each experience is different, good or bad, happy or sad. And I kind of just want to speak on my experience. So today's Sunday, May 15th, and we have the blood moon eclipse in Taurus and Scorpio axis. And I did a workshop yesterday to kind of help me utilize the energy from this eclipse, right? And I know a lot of you aren't that tapped into the spiritual realm, and I'm just scratching the surface still, so it feels like, and that's okay. So I took it upon myself to instead of this energy taking me out, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to choose to utilize it to empower my next move, my transformation, right? And so with that being said, I have a few notes from the workshop that I attended to utilize for this eclipse. So you're going to hear some rattling and some paper rustling. That's me. So the blood moon eclipse. So eclipses mean radical change is coming, right? And for this eclipse, the signs that it's going to affect a lot are Scorpio signs, Leo signs, Taurus, and Aquarius. So wherever these placements are in your chart, that is where you're going to feel the most. And she said it was 15 to 29 degrees. And this is Astro Chris. I'm going to put her website, and I'm going to put her Instagram handle along with the woman who did the hypnosis. I'll further go into detail about that later. But yes, so in my placements, I have Pluto in my descendant in Scorpio in the 7th house, meaning, let me tell y'all, these meanings really do have a lot. They do play a huge part in your life, and the houses really do matter. And the 7th house is partnerships and marriage for me. And the thing about that is, how do I go about that? So for me, it's about the dynamics, balancing the power dynamics and rebuilding and destroying structures. And because mine is in Scorpio, it has to deal with expansion. It has to deal with like depth and soulful intensity. And I've noticed that I've been doing a lot of deep emotional work for myself, so I can better show up in my partnerships, in my relationships, in my, relationships overall. For me, is someone I have a connection with, right? And so when things start to feel intense, right, because this blood moon eclipse is in Taurus and Scorpio, I can rely on the Taurus energy, because Taurus energy is very slow, steady, full force, yes, but because of that, it's allowing me to really take the time to prosper and grow and dive deep without feeling that intense work, right? So another analogy that she used was Scorpio is like the roots that grow secretly under the surface, right? It's the roots that we plant. It's the things that, roots go deep, right? They go deep, deep, deep. And then Taurus is the soil. It's the minerals in the soil, because Taurus is an earth sign. And so with that being said, this soil is what helps grow and support the roots in order for it to grow this beautiful plant, this beautiful herb, this beautiful tree, this sunflower, whatever rose, whatever plant, you want to put your analogy to. But yes, so pretty much she was kind of saying that these two work hand in hand perfectly together, because it helps with relationships and growing. And it's not just relationships with other people, it's also relationships with yourselves, right? So she also mentioned that Taurus Scorpio axis gives birth to life. So with the Scorpio moon, we get to release emotions. We get to release whatever may be holding us back, what may be blocking us from our blessings, what may really be rooted in there, deep rooted beliefs that maybe our ancestors believed and passed down generations, or our parents drilled into us when we were 5, saying, no, this is not how you do this or that, this is what you're supposed to look like, little beliefs like that. This eclipse is really good to use this energy to release all of those. She also mentioned that Taurus is I want energy, right? So I want this, I want that. What do you want out of your life? What do you want within these next couple of weeks, couple of days, hours? What is it that you want, and work on that. A little bit more detail on this eclipse is that inevitable growth. You'll feel it in the Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo placements. And what that means is that this is growth that you're going to feel. This is growth that you're going to really be like, whoa, what is happening? What is going on? Shifts, changes, all of that. And then the unknown growth that you won't really feel as much, but is happening, and not at the intensity level as inevitable growth, which placement signs would be Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, and Pisces. Power growth, Aries and Sagittarius, those fire signs, it's going to grow. Our power is going to grow, whether it's within business, whether it's within school, whether it's in personal power, personal gain. So wherever Aries and Sagittarius fall into your chart, know that there's going to be some growth happening there as well. And then subtle growth is what she mentioned, as well as Libra and Gemini, the air signs. So very, very subtle. It's probably going to be very airy. Boom, it just happens. And then boom, there goes that. So that's just a little brief overview that I kind of took notes on. I feel were important to me in regard to just really utilizing the energy from this blood moon eclipse. But yes, so in addition to the workshop and this information, I was also given a hypnosis. We all were given a hypnosis on releasing these triggers, releasing energy, that is no longer serving us, releasing blockages, releasing the fears of our own beliefs, releasing negative thoughts, releasing emotional behavioral patterns, all of the things, right? These are just some of the basics. These are things that I know that I want to release, So she put us under, and after a few minutes, I knocked out. I don't remember anything. The last thing I do remember is her saying, "All right, everyone, I'm going to go. I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for having me." That's when I woke up. And it's not strange. Back then, it would be fearful. I'd be like, what happened? I'd be in the dark unknown, worried. But I woke up, and I had to, teach for my cousin's quince, which is this Friday. Yay! Anyways, but we had a rehearsal, so I had to head there. But instantly, I felt just this automatic weightlessness, I didn't have that much heaviness. When my mind said to do something, I did it. When I thought something, I went for it. I listened to whatever voice, whatever spirit was guiding me to do and telling me. And it's even informative, this person did this or this person that, reading energy. I also worked an event last night with Mercy Notes, Mercy Soul. You can find them on Instagram. I'll put all that information on there. He hosted a very, very amazing event, and it was very, very throwback R&B feeling. The style was grown and sexy. The themes were black, purple, and gold, and that's very royalty goddess colors. And I was here for it, right? I set up as a vendor, and originally, I'm the type of person who likes to cram and who works under pressure. Where I work well under pressure, unfortunately, but it gets it gets the blood pumping, the thoughts going, and the creativity sparked. So I was running around looking for new placements to set up, how to set up my table, and all the things, right? And even through that chaos, even through that, it wasn't anxiety or anxious feelings. It was just go, 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 go. And I tend to move like that mentally and physically, unfortunately. But even through those moments, I had that groundedness, that calmness, that confidence that everything was still going to be okay. I heard the voice saying it's going to be fine, it's going to be okay. That fear, that anxiety that I used to hold on to, the seeking out perfection I used to hold on to, it was non-existent anymore. And it was very, very interesting, because I felt these ways before, on an unconscious level, right? But having it in the forefront and choosing to be yes, you're right. It pops up instantly in my mind saying, Mila, you're fine. Don't stress about it. You have time. This, that. It just aligned perfectly right. I got to the event to set up in time. I set up my booth in time. I attracted all the right energy. Networking, people were coming up to me. It was so surreal. It felt like a dream. It felt like I was in a whole different paradigm, and I was, and this time I felt the purity within myself in order to offer it to others. I felt the authenticity that I brought in order for other people to step into their authenticity, and it was amazing. It was nice. And so to be able to really release and genuinely pour into faith and having that trust that the universe has you, the universe supports you, that the ancestors above are watching you, or even right next to you and behind you. We have been forced to believe that ghosts are scary, to fear the unknown, to always have to know what's going on. And I'm guilty of that as well. Very, very guilty. The difference is that now I'm choosing to trust. And it is a choice, but we have to work on declogging, unclogging, deprogramming, cleansing, taking off layers of what we felt, protected us at one point. And it was true. It protected us at one point. But even then, at one point, it was temporary. It was a temporary fix. Now let's find ways to help really heal our traumas. Let's not hide from them no more. Let's not rely on that anger anymore. Yeah, like, there are reasons why we are angry, and angry is an emotion. And angry is an emotion that we'd like to tie to cover up the actual feelings we are feeling, which is hurt, which is sadness, which is pain, which is being uncomfortable, unknown, fear, like anger is one thing that we just choose to act out on. So when we want to heal, we have to question, why am I angry? Sometimes being angry is because somebody crossed a boundary and we weren't aware of this boundary that we placed, because it's in our subconscious. It's not on our conscious mind. We're not aware of this boundary. And sometimes we are, but we don't hold firm in those boundaries. I am guilty as this as well. And so when somebody crosses that line because I'm not holding that boundary up, I get angry. I get upset. And I take it out on those other people. Sometimes I used to. But it's not their fault, because they weren't aware of this boundary, nor was I. And nor was I willing to hold up the boundary because I wanted to please this other person. Right? So anger shows up in so many different ways. Another one is that you may be exhausted. You may be burnt out. You may not have any other energy. And when we are exposing ourselves to the outside world and people who, either come with good intentions or come with ill intentions, we're not in the right mindset with clarity to understand and decipher what the intent from this person is. And regardless of the intent of that person, we are not feeling well ourselves, and we need to recharge. And anything I can say for myself, let me put this in my own personal experience, in my own personal verbiage, is that, like I was saying, when I am unenergized, when I need to recharge, because I am a sun sign Cancer, unfortunately at these times, when I am burnt out, I become moody, I become crabby and snappy, and I snap at everything. I get upset and everything just irritates me. Sorry, not sorry, but then when it comes to my internal world, the Gemini, the twins, it's one way or the other, right? It's like, I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way, and it can go back and forth, literally. I tell people I'm a Sour Patch Kid, because my internal world, my Gemini world, and I'm definitely going off of just like my modernized, my friend said tropical chart, I think, is the main chart for the astrology that we all go by. And so, so Gemini moon is what's really, 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 really in my mental state, in my internal state, where it's like, okay, if I'm burnt out in charge, you're either going to get this Mila who's just very calm and just like low on energy, and you feel that low vibration, but I still have that happiness, and I still have that content and humbleness. Or you'll get the rude Mila, and not rude in where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a bitch, I'm gonna cuss everybody out. It's like, I'm very blunt, I'm very forceful, I'm very straight to the point, and I'm very like, it's this, blah 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 blah, that's it, and very short, right? It could be short tempered, it depends. So where the sun Cancer and the moon Gemini come in hand and kind of cause conflict with myself and others a lot, is because Cancer, I can be very moody, but I'm also very nurturing. So it just depends on what's my energy field looks like the day of. But yes, where I was going with that anger can show up in so many different ways. You could be hangry. That's why they say hangry. Fuel your body. Our bodies need energy. Food is energy. And I don't mean that Jack in the Box around the corner getting curly fries. No, I'm not talking about the big old California burrito. How about shifting what we consume in our body too? I am now vegetarian. I think I'm going on 2 months now, or maybe a month. Time moves so many different ways for me. But yes, so you could be hungry. Or sometimes when my mom taught me this, it's sometimes when our stomach growls, it's not normally for food all the time. We're dehydrated. We need water, right? So I'm picking up my water nutrients. I'm tapping into getting distilled water now. It really helps with the pineal gland, which is our contributes to our third eye. My friend Niamdi taught me that as well. Dropping names in here, and I'm really big on saying, yeah, I learned this, I learned that. I'm not afraid to say I learned. I'm a huge student of life, and because my what's a Capricorn? So in my chart, I have a Capricorn placement that's my 9th house. So it's my belief system, it's my higher learning, and I have that in Capricorn, which means I'm always a student of life. Capricorn is cardinal energy, so when we start something, we go full force, right? And so I'm constantly, first and foremost, I don't ever have all this stuff in the forefront. I have to re-look at my notes. I have to dive deeper and really think about certain things. So don't think that everything I have is just within. It is within me. A lot of it's in the unconscious and subconscious mind. So for me, learning how to keep up with this information, I have my apps. Sanctuary app is what I fully dive on into. I know there are other ones, but this one, the color scheme, the aesthetics that it gives me, and the energy it gives me is just right for me. But yeah, this was just really a quick tap in for you guys. Information about the eclipse, and then also really just showing my gratitude, my love, my appreciation, and my experiences with you. I look forward to really tapping into the podcast more, sharing episodes. I really want to get podcast interviews in, and I'm looking for people that I can actually have these conversations with. So you have any ideas, please, and I mean please, refer them to me. DM us on Mind Soul Dance on Instagram. Email us mindsouldance@gmail.com. Text us 619-766-5673. All this information will be in the description. So please read that information and really stay true to yourself. Stay connected with your power. The stones that I have on me right now, that my protection is, I have black tourmaline, I have carnelian for like that energy, I have rose quartz, I have smoky quartz, I have I'm thinking I have hematite, I believe. Yes, I do have hematite. I have the gold stone, and then I recently just added the flower agate. That one's really good for emotional balance, and I just started making bracelets with that. It's so beautiful to me. It's just so aesthetically pleasing, and I believe it's meant for cancers for sure. But yes, love, peace, light. I am worthy. Repeat after me. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am successful. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am successful. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am successful. Deep breath. Last time, exhale. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am successful. I deserve all good things. I deserve all good things. Love you guys.